Check it out. This video is about a Fresh and Fit episode titled, Why This Might Be the End of Fresh and Fit, What's Next? For those who've seen the video, the gist of it was that unfortunately the Fresh and Fit podcast and the affiliated channels like Fed Reacts, Fresh and Fit Clips have been kicked out of the YouTube partnership program. Now, what does this mean is that no longer can Fresh and Fit and the affiliated channels can receive AdSense money from their videos, and that also means you can't send in your super chats, super thanks to the Fresh and Fit podcast. Now, we don't know why exactly Fresh and Fit got kicked out of the YouTube partnership program. There's been several theories being floated around, but at this point in time of this video upload, it's all speculation. Most notably, the one thing that's being touted around as you see on the internet or online of the reason why Fresh and Fit got kicked out of the YouTube partnership program is they say that because Fresh and Fit has been getting deeper into with people like Nick Fuentes and into, a little bit more controversial topics like the Dim Boy situation, JQ, things that Nick Fuentes was probably well versed in, as well as getting involved in the whole Ryan Dawson 9/11 situation. So getting a little bit more conspiracy theory. People who are touting that as the reason for the YouTube partnership kickout, I really doubt it, because you have plenty of other channels on YouTube, like Destiny, who's featured Nick Fuentes. You don't see Destiny kicked out of YouTube at this moment, as well as Valuetainment Money. Even then, they had Nick Fuentes as part of a big panel of people. So you see those channels platforming Nick Fuentes. You don't see them saying they got kicked out of YouTube partnership program. And even No Jumper, right? Hosted by the podcast host Adam22. When he had Nick Fuentes on, you don't see him saying, oh, we got demonetized. So this gives me speculation that this was a coordinated hit, meaning they've been meaning to, let's say, kick out Fresh and Fit out of the YouTube partnership program. They were just trying to wait and collect things before the time is now to do it. So what I think is this has been planned way before back then, because, for example, you've heard that from Fresh and Fit that they've had a couple of their videos deleted that featured Andrew Tate. Remember, Andrew Tate has been a lot of Fresh and Fit after hours episodes where he's a guest. Okay, they had to delete those episodes because they featured Andrew Tate. But here's the problem. You see channels like PBD Podcast, who it's affiliated with the Valuetainment channel. He had a 4-hour, 5-hour interview with Andrew Tate. That's not removed. To me, I feel that's way more Andrew Tate than him being on the After Hours show, because After Hours is not just about Andrew Tate. It's about the people on the panel as well as Fresh and Fit. So this really gives more leeway or more credence to what I think it's been a planned hit since way before the whole Nick Fuentes and Ryan Dawson deep dive. In fact, you could say that YouTube has been throwing a little bit of strikes, a little bit of a jab towards Fresh and Fit. Like they gave a strike to Fresh and Fit because they put Nick Fuentes' website in the description. So you're telling me that if you put his website in the description that causes a strike, but if you feature the person himself, whether it's on Just Pearly Things, whether it's on, I say, No Jumper, nothing happens beforehand. Because the thing about a lot of people who don't know is that big YouTube channels, let's say like a No Jumper, a Fresh and Fit, they got like somebody like a community manager. I guarantee you they probably, Fresh and Fit had the community manager saying, hey, I know you're about to have Nick Fuentes on. I want to be able to see the layout, the ground rules, say X, Y, and Z. You cannot say ABC, and let's go. So which really, in my opinion, that this YouTube partnership program kickout was something YouTube planned way before then. They were just probably trying to calculate everything, trying to get everything to make sure that they're able to do the move as smoothly as possible. Another theory that's being touted out is that Logan Paul was somebody who got in the ears of YouTube and kicked Fresh and Fit out. I really don't think so, because everybody knows Fresh and Fit got enemies, right? They got people who don't like Fresh and Fit. We can name a few. Abba and Preach. I guess Logan Paul in this situation, because Fresh and Fit has been going in on Logan Paul's fiance. So people say Logan Paul's the one who put in the order to get Fresh and Fit out of here. I really don't think so. There's got to be more to the story than just Logan Paul or somebody saying, you know what, I don't like Fresh and Fit, so let me call YouTube and get him out of here. It sounds, plausible, but I really don't think there's much bearing to this type of theory. But apparently John Zerka, who is a frequent collaborator with Fresh and Fit, he got kicked out of the YouTube partner program as well. So same like Zerka, same like Fresh and Fit. It seems to be more of a coordinated plan they've been doing since, a while back. It wasn't something they did recently that, okay, let's just do it now. They've been probably thinking about doing it a couple months back and then trying to plan their way. Because if you see on the isthischannelmonetized.com website, John Zerka is not monetized, as well as Fresh and Fit, with both individuals, both groups outside of the YouTube partnership program due to the kickout. And another thing Myron mentions is that the apartment which hosts the Fresh and Fit podcast, they plan to kick him out. And the thing is that I think it was accumulation of factors, because the podcast, they invite a lot of random people to the show. And of course, not everyone's going to like them. So they probably snitch out the location of the podcast, which happens to be in an apartment. They may be calling the apartment about this and that, this and that. And it's very possible the Fresh and Fit podcast has been getting noise complaints, right? There are other people who live in the apartment as regular people who live in the apartments, and they don't like the fact there's a noisy podcast probably at least three times a week. And that's probably the accumulation of factors that got the apartment landlord to kick them out, right? One, to address the complaints because of people who hate Fresh and Fit. Two, probably to address also the complaints of people who live in the apartment unit who may be uncomfortable to live next to, let's be honest, this is a little bit of a controversial podcast. You either love Fresh and Fit or you hate Fresh and Fit. Very few times you will see people saying, oh, I don't feel anything about them. They're neutral. It's either you like them or you hate them. So that probably forced the landlord's hand saying, you know what? We don't want this type of podcast in the apartment. I'm just going to tell them to get out of here. And it's one of those things I think is growing pains, because let's bring up another YouTuber, right? His name is DJ Vlad. He does crazy interviews. A lot of people hate DJ Vlad. So as part of security measures and just a part of, being able to do business successfully and without the risk of getting kicked out, he does interviews at random studios, right? So basically he rents the time at the studio, does the interview. When he's done, he's out. So there's no chance of, I remember if you've seen in Fresh and Fit, of a former worker there, his name is Ayunde, he pulled up to Fresh and Fit because he knew that's where Myron lives. Imagine DJ Vlad. You pull up to a DJ Vlad interview studio, he may not even be there because he's only there when he's doing his filming. When he's done filming the interview, he's going back home. So I think there's really an advantage to having a separation between your home and where you work, right? Have it a rental facility, because if someone tries to pull up, there's going to be people there saying, hey, what's going on? Because that rental facility, I guarantee you, they may be renting out to multiple podcasts, multiple people. So that way there's a separation between yourself and the business. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Put a like and subscribe. Put a comment below if you got something to say about it. I'll see you all next time.